Welcome back to 2020. Over the years, there has been one thing as powerful as a penis in proving one's manliness: the chest bump. But what kind of trouble does this spell for today's youth? Is your son chest bumping? I had the opportunity to sit down with some experts in the field to try and gain a better understanding of the new craze. I sat down with Rick Leonard, a senior in high school with no extracurricular activities or dreams of college, to hear what he had to say. Great. Now, Rick, what can you tell me about the chest bump?
Chest bump? I invented the chest bump. I am the chest bump.
Oh, good. So you're familiar with it.
Familiar? Heifer? Come on. All right. Listen, the chest bump is my all right? The chest bump and I were prom king and queen. I got the chest bump pregnant and I paid for half its abortion. The chest bump and I have a wonderful little summer cottage up in the north of Maine. And you know what? We don't stay there all year. Sometimes we do a timeshare.
Okay.
Rent it out.
That's great.
We got the funds.
Thank you.
We don't need it. We just do it.
I spoke with Mark Thomas, a local bartender who every day witnessed young men and women in their most comfortable atmosphere, a social one. All right, sir, we'd just like to ask you a few questions.
It's no problem. Margie's a good friend of mine, so I have no problem doing this.
Thank you. Now, what are your views on the chest bump?
The chest bump?
Yeah.
I don't really know what that is.
The chest bump. The hello. It's like a hello, but it's like with your body.
I don't know what that is. Is that a new TV show? I'm confused.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what the chest bump is. How did you find a guy who doesn't know what the chest? You have to look harder for a guy who doesn't know what the chest bump is. How did you find? Nothing. You don't know. Just never saw it. Who was it that asked you to come in here?
Margie?
Margie?
Yeah, Margie. She's in production. She's.
I just don't. Okay, though. Marge. I talked to Christopher Jones, a professor of 8 years in the field of social psychology, for some educated background.
You see, when I started professing back in 2001, there were really only a few cultural norms that needed explaining to. And now I feel like there's been this influx in new exclamations and interpersonal interactions. I feel like there's so many important issues in this field to address. This is why this field has been so passionate for me. I mean, in my 8 years, I've seen, oh man, more than most people probably see in their whole life. Not to mention the 8 years I took in college and then the 4 years in high school. So really,
The two in middle school.
The 2 in middle school, and the 5 and 6 in elementary school.
And then probably some kind of
some preschool developmental.
And plus what you've learned from your parents.
Right. So all in all, I'd say I have
and
about...
And plus 9 months in the
womb. That's very important. I actually spent 10 months in the womb.
Oh. I sat down with Devin O'Donnell, a freshman business major at a state university and brother in the fraternity Delta Kappa Omega.
Confusing.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions for an investigative report?
Absolutely.
I would like...
Is this going to be on TV?
Yes, this will be on TV.
Oh, what's up, DKO? How my brothers in the sci class doing, baby?
Yo, Moose, animal.
Yeah, man. Hit that phone when we get back like I slapped your sister in the titty.
So what, if you could tell us, are your views on the chest bump?
The chest bump is the quintessential method of showing man-to-man affection or satisfaction or gratitude or ecstasy. And it doesn't cross those boundaries into homosexual conversation or activity. It's for men of vigor and power, when a simple handshake won't suffice, or a high five, if you will. Let me give you an example. Why would you concede yourself to slapping or shaking your hands when you could bump chests, the core? Do you see what I'm saying? I guess to summarize, the chest bump is the wave of the future as a method of showing interpersonal excitement.
Okay, well, thank you very, very much. You really are the authority on this issue.
Yeah, it's because nobody parties like DKO.
I mean, you have provided us with the most information of 3 people who have...
Okay, don't go gay on me, bro. Don't go gay on me, alright? Hey, we're having a party now. You want to come? There's going to be a lot of biddies there. I don't know which way you like to roll that shit, you know?
Oh,
maybe you roll the carpet to the west side of the room.
Is this
Maybe you roll the boat on the right side of the room. Oh yeah, it's going to be cowboys and Tittians.
So what have we learned about the chest bump? I, for one, can say nothing, but it seems that a professor, a fratty, a deadbeat high schooler, and an incompetent bartender can all agree. It's about touching hearts more than bumping chests. I'm Krista Jensen, and this was 2020.